is a little bit risky, right? You're now relying very much on a Poppy wallbang, which is a little bit hard to hit, or a public execution. Really, the main combo that you have right here is between Nio and Cream leaping on in, getting that big shockwave off. It's not that you can't hit it, it's just a little bit harder overall. That other teams have had versus TES, that's where they've been able to exploit this roster as well. And if you can just keep repeat ganking, keep seeing if he's available. I mean, is he just dead?
Tower plate. He just dies.
Yeah, what?
He just dies.
What?
And Nayu focusing on the top side. There's no vision to spot this up, so Xiaoshu, despite the fact that he got first blood, could go down here. Has level 6 to try and escape. Might choose to use it, but unfortunately is going to get stunned up once by the public execution and once by the Pantheon, who jumps right in on top of him. Xiaoshu still alive as the dragon will fall in the favor of JDG, and they will gladly trade their top laner's life.
Took a while. Took a
He's
really
going
long
for
while.
it! He's going for it!
2. Okay. Just about going to be the stun coming through from Nio. You don't have it available for you there. Still, at the same time, it is going to be Nio sees people down towards the bottom side of the map and will just head straight towards these grubs. Should be able to pick up all 3 of them. As much as Junja is making his way up, should be way too late to be able to really impact onto this objective.
Pantheon's super efficient at clearing the grubs as junglers go. This 369 has unfortunately taken some more negative trades up against Xiaoshu. Zion has hit some important itemization up against the Ambessa.
Really need it. JDG gonna start it up.
First item complete for Gala, not the case for Jackie. This is an ill-advised fight for top esports,
Oh,
but
no.
they are going to yeet Junjia right out of there, and suddenly the smite difference is going to make this a whole lot easier. Nayu can grab this one right now. Vampire is low. Gala will collect a kill, trade it out for his support, but with Cream unfortunately walking into the river, it will be another kill that goes the way of JDG. A 2-for-1 plus the dragon, and maybe a little bit more, as Junjia comes down to punish an overextended Nayu, who flashes away, will not get knocked up. 2-for-1, still in the favor of JDG, but again, dragon goes to top. Playing, unfortunately, at 15 minutes, yes, his team is slightly behind in gold. Not a good statistical bit of news for them. Dive towards the bot side, not awesome either. Cream is unfortunately not able to play League of Legends.
No. No, he is not, and that is a little bit unfortunate. Of course, that does pull multiple members of JDG down towards the bottom side of the map. That is going to result in this Rift Herald. We'll see what the use of that can be. They're obviously already going to lose out. Very confident about the way that this game is going right now. Hongq got the Seekers as well, so he's got that extra level of survivability. Potential skirmish here.
Junja definitely feels confident stepping up to Nayu with Gala as strong as he is. No stun going to connect onto the wall, and Gala even manages to dodge the Keeper's verdict. Now, no kills will go down, but a Rift Herald will be thrown out. First tower in the mid lane, going to go the way of top esports.
It's going to be a second Drake into the back pockets of JDG.
Not a bad way for this to go for them, and perhaps starting to stack up resistance if they have access to future dragons. Mountain Soul will make Sion basically unkillable. Junja and Vampire, top esports, they don't even get a flash out of the opposing AD carry.
Oh, and look what you lose for this mid lane, top lane. 369 is going to have to walk down towards that play. If he leaves a little bit earlier, maybe he's able to get there for the public execution and grabs a kill.
Pretty close in the grand scheme of things. One good team fight out of top esports. One good isolation onto Gala could be it, but they've instead been isolated themselves. Jockey goes down in the mid lane, and it is disaster for top esports, who now have no way to contest the Baron, the vision around it, but more importantly, the dragon that's coming up in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that you can go straight towards the Baron at this point. Instead, it may just be a collapse right here onto 369. He's stuck around to take himself a couple of turret plates. We have seen this already. Gets pushed back as well. This is just a buy time for the team to arrive.
Emperor's Divide just makes the positioning out of 369 that much more difficult. Flash for flash. Up top side, 369 incredibly mobile, but Junja does land that little bit of CC as Nayu comes in really late, but maybe with the help of Cream, with the help of a shockwave, could turn this around. They answer one back. Hongq is now alone, flashes away, but cannot get out from Feng Yue. It is a double kill for Cream, and top esports show up right in time.
And this is just a really odd set of plays right here from JDG. They go push towards the top side of the map, and when I said, this is just an Emperor's Divide to buy time for the team, I expected a couple more members to be coming along. I think you'd expect that you would bring a few more over. Gala especially decided to just stay mid, keep pushing through the waves, and that leaves you
of top esports. They can start this whenever they want, and they're going to start it up now. JDG still have 5 members standing. Feng Yue has to play frontline for the team.
Ooh, I mean, you could just step up as Xiaoshu.
Nayu gets bumped right out of the pit by Headbutt, but Jackie free firing in the backline, actually doing very well with 369, flanking and publicly executing Gala. Top esports turn the fight around at the Dragon Pit. Pick up, perhaps not the Dragon, but 3 kills on JDG? That's pretty good.
And they can turn back around and go straight on towards this Baron. I mean, it is going to be a little bit of a risky take. Wait, no. Honkyu's decided to just push bot lane. He doesn't want to go and compete for this one at all. And that may well have been the throw out of JDG. Yes, they get themselves the Drake. Yes, they are on soul point.
Kaisa can do. Top esports have their pick of the litter.
I mean, he's pretty slippery right there. Just about going to be able to get on away. And what we saw in this previous teamfight is what's going to bear out for the rest of these teamfights. Which of the ADCs is allowed to sit and hit? If Jachi is allowed to sit and do his damage, well then these should be win teamfights for TES, but...
Public execution. Right onto Junjia, now stunned into the wall, but cannot be damaged from far away. Thank you. Ejects 3 members of JDG, and no more public execution though means that Gala should be all the safer, but he takes a big chunk of damage out of Cream, who is now feeling much more comfortable in the Orianna with 2 items completed. Jockey, not even damage, huge flank out of 369, unspotted as of yet. He's going to look for access on Gala. Vampire playing Peel for his AD carry.
If Vampire finds 369, that can snap this engage in half. There we go.
Dragon half HP. And out goes the Alistair. 369 looks for Gala. Forces a flash out of him, which is big. Still zoning out the AD carry. Junjia in the front lines with a whole lot of crescent guarding going on as well. JDG take almost no damage, but Gala commits for Nayu and gets instantly deleted by Cream. It is a huge amount of damage coming out of the Orianna, and JDG, with just 2 members left, will give up their last, and it is an ace for top esports on the Dragon to follow.
They're going to get themselves another one of the Dragons, and you can now establish control across the board as well. 30 seconds until the Baron is going to be spawning. I'm not sure they can instantly start this one back up, but a teleport, but a base, and back out onto the map is going to look great. Out the jungler, but you know that all of your opponents are stood in the bush. This is exactly what we've been highlighting as, oh boy.
Cut back to live, just continues being a good news story for top esports. Jockey, Thanos snaps Hongq.
If he's got another fully completed item, if he does, maybe there's a chance to turn things around. Yes, he is going to be able to grab that mortal, so at least you've got that little bit of extra damage on
specifically to Gala. No other member of JDG has had the honor of wasting Cream's shockwave so far. Another big shield out of Nayu just completely negates any retaliation that JDG might have. What a shockwave connecting onto 4 members, and as Scion rockets forward, Xiaoshu expires before the train even reaches its end. Public execution right on top of Hongq, leaves the Zero at 1 HP, and it's 369 and Nayu all over the backline of JDG, with Junjia the last standing and the last to fall. It'll be a double kill picked up by Nayu, and a win in Game 1 picked up by top esports against JDG.
As much as JDG came into today as the favorites, top esports, they're playing for top 4. They needed to win this series.
I don't know. You're right. This does round out the composition. Yes, it's tanky. Yes, it's nice for top esports, and it's probably not the focus, but from a drafting perspective, I think we could have done a little better.
Not going to be any surprises right here. Nayo is going to just move through mid lane. He does go for a little bit of damage. Why not? Gets a little bit of extra mana out of Hongq as well. But Junjia doesn't look like he wants to just instantly concede this one. You're right about the skirmish. Just wrong side of the map.
Odd to see Junjia stepping up so far for this, but it is a 2v2, and Fear is going to land. Junjia flashes over the wall onto Nayu and ends up picking up first blood for his mid laner as the poison from Hongq ticks away.
This early game has played out so far.
Classic mid laners sticking around with low health, low mana, and Nayu really wants to answer back. Cream flashes away, but Hongq will be finished off. A little bit too greedy, even with his early lead on Cassiopeia.
Nayu heading into the top lane at the moment. An early Drake stacking could be really impactful here for JDG. You've got yourself a composition that wants to be playing aggressive early on, has a good scaling into the late game, so having the Drake stacking in your favor, allowing you to control the tempo of the game going forwards, will be really good for them if they can keep it up, obviously. Just going to be the first Drake for the moment.
Grab one before Top Esports move up for the subsequent two. They have the numbers advantage here, and as we said, the level advantage.
I think they still do want to fight for this one, potentially. You've got multiple members roaming along, although you are going to have the Cassante joining that bit quicker.
We can see how quickly that matchup turns as well. It's been gold leads all the way across the board for JDG up until that very same moment. Paranoia, however, immediately unleashed onto the bot side, will be interrupted by the level 6 from Feng Yue, but that does not stop his AD carry from going down.
Very, very lit up for TES. They've got themselves quite a few deep wards. JDG going to try to spot a couple of those out, push a few of those away, and without too many teleports from the top side, you're not so worried about going for this play. It is going to be contested, though. You do have Nayo running his way down. Cream as well has got himself... Sorry, just used the ulti to get back to the lane, actually, so isn't going to be able to teleport himself in from here.
Joshua's teleport, 369 does not. Engage happens with Vampire on the bot side, and unfortunately, Miasma costs Feng Yue most of his HP. Cream walks into the river, but is unable to stop the dragon from going down. Huge ultimate from Cassiopeia. Hongq almost deleting the jungler entirely, but Junxia commits into the backside and immediately is going to be answered back. It is 1-for-1 with a dragon going to JDG. Cream trying to play backline, but Boomerang Blade almost finishes off Feng Yue, 1 HP and will go down to Gala, but Cream answers back with the help of Jackie, taking down Hongq. Gala's running for the hills, does not have a whole lot of cooldowns left and no spell shield left to save him. Top Esports, they may lose the dragon, but they are collecting members of JDG one by one.
Oh, just so much extra movement speed if you want that side of things. Now, TES, they've got themselves control over this Herald pit, but at the same time, with Paranoia up and available, you can always get in as Junxia.
Shoes on the other foot this time. 369 does have teleport to join the fight should he wish to. Top Esports won the 4v4 last time, now equalizing the numbers once again. Xiaoshu's got a pretty impressive flank right now, but out go the lights and inside the pit. Unfortunately, Junxia does not get the better end of that trade, loses the Rift Herald and loses his life as he tries to dive onto the backline, while JDG's backline have to run away, turn tail from the Rise ultimate. Realm Warp really turning that fight even further in the favor of Top Esports.
So the pick potential is the big thing. Team fight's much trickier, and so far he just hasn't been able to find it.
I'm gonna check something. So I don't have the win-loss results memorized as much as I'd love to leave everybody to believe that I do. I wonder how often he wins on Nocturne, because the ultimates that we've seen out of Junxia so far have not been indicating a great level of coordination out of JDG with this champion. Even right now, moving up towards the top side, he may be able to collect one. 369 extremely low, and Junxia will actually find another kill. No Paranoia used, however, they will lose Dragon for it.
This season, he has been 50-50, 1 win, 1 loss on this Nocturne, and he has shown once again right here, on the picks he's really good, and in the team fights just hasn't been able to make it work anywhere near as well. Still, it looks like it should actually still be this top lane tower going down as that first brick, even through the Rift Herald. Yeah, is gonna go down, and that's really nice right here from JDG. That extra influx of gold, 400 gold for that first tower. Very tough. This is one of the best things about having the Sivir, even during the earlier stages of the game where the Sivir isn't dealing as much damage to the opposing champions. The wave clear is still going to be massive. Still, with as many people moving onto the mid lane as there were, Cream is going to be able to grab this tower on the top side of the map, and that does expand this gold lead out to about 1.5k for TES. It's not as much as you would really want at this point in the game. You'd prefer to be up by about 3,000 to really feel secure. It is still a good job. We've been talking about how TES have struggled with early gold leads, and they've managed to establish one here.
5 seconds left on that.
Yeah, and I mean, he can just keep on pulling that one through, looking, fishing, seeing if you can find yourself that potential pick, and if you ever do manage to land it onto one of those key members, just about going to be able to get away with his spell shield intact. That could be big going on forwards, as we have a look towards the Drake, and it's already going to be gone.
JDG do spot that. They know there's nothing they can do about it now. Unfortunately, it's their job to disengage. Nothing else to be gotten in this fight.
Which would be a massive boon to a champion like the K'Sante, who could just use that all the way through. They're even able to step up right here and take this mid lane tower, expanding their gold lead out 2.5, being very aggressive right now. He's right on the brink of completing that third item, and oh, Vampire, oh no! No!
There goes the Chains of Corruption, and there goes a Vampire. Steps one moment too close to TES. Jockey will collect the second kill, but 369 just wanted to turn this into more.
No jungler available right here for JDG, and this may well be them throwing the game away. Only the damage carry still available, and they can step up, but this Baron should just be gone. Equalizer to try steal it, doesn't manage.
It's your votes and your reasoning as well, because there are a lot of arguments for a lot of ADCs. Gala, the most recent one in the conversation. In goes another team fight, and out goes another Chains of Corruption, stopping Junja in his tracks. Jiachi playing these team fights with incredible spacing. That is a huge petrifying gaze that does a huge amount of nothing into a losing team fight. JDG managed to step away with their lives, but that's not what they came in looking for.
No, and that's going to be 4 flashes now off of the board, 3 of them just blown in that one play, and with these Baron-empowered cannon minions wrecking these towers, TES, they are knocking on the door of the base right now.
And looking for their series win. A win here, like we said, keeps the hopes alive for TES of making it into the knockout stage. We'll need a little bit more luck, but for right now, fate is being taken into their own hands, or especially into 369's, as he zones everybody off of the inhibitor and stays above half health while doing it. K'Sante moment for him, and perhaps a winning moment for Top Esports as they look for another fight. Out goes the hook, connecting with 369, the tankiest member of Top, as Jockey gets time alone with Xiao Shu, and ultimately actually ends up being taken down by the Paranoia. Big turnaround by JDG. They've still got both Nexus towers up. Another petrifying gaze goes out. HongQ gets flashed on, and TES, they want to finish this game right now. Cream still alive, hitting the last Nexus tower, and Junjia does not have the damage to deal with it. Popped into the GA while his support goes down, while Junjia emerges into a nightmare for JDG. It will be Top Esports that take game 2 and take the series.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.